Hello guys, welcome back. It's your girl Medina again. And today's video is going to be our very first, well, we'll see if it's our first. We'll see how you guys like this and if I keep this going. But today is going to be our very first girl talk video. So for those of you who followed me on Instagram way back when, yeah, too long ago, I asked you guys to ask me some random questions, and I would answer them on this girl talk video. Now, disclaimer very early on, I am not a licensed therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, any of those things. This is just my opinions on things and how I would handle things. So let's just get that out the way. And without further ado, let's get into it. I only got 3 questions because you guys are shy, but that's all right because you don't know I ramble. So I think 3 questions is just enough for me for right now. So without much ado, let's get into it. Okay, question number 1, a time-honored classic. When your bestie gets a man and have no time for you, what do? Tell them about it or not. So obviously I think you should tell them about it, and this is coming from the friend who was that person. I have been notoriously known to be that friend who, once I get a man, I'm in my own little cocoon with that man and ignore everybody. I am aware of it now that I'm older, so I will do better next time I'm in a relationship, but I definitely was that person, so I understand. Definitely speak to them about it, but please be mindful of your approach is everything, people, everything. That saying, you catch more flies with honey, is not a popular saying just because it sounds cute to say. It's popular because it is actual factual. If you approach someone about an issue aggressively, they're automatically going to go on the defensive. They're not going to be receptive to what you're saying. Even if it's something you're saying for their own good, something that they need to hear, they're just not going to be receptive to it. Like a saying I heard people say, honesty without tact is cruelty. So just be mindful of how you approach it, but you should definitely talk to her about it. One other thing I might say, just make sure before you approach her, just make sure you're being fair in your assessment of how much time you're spending with her, if that makes sense. Like, if this is a friend that you literally saw every single weekend, you all hung out every single weekend, now that she has a man, obviously she has to split that time. She has to spend some time with her man. So, and I know it sucks if you're still single and that was your road dog and now you don't have a road dog anymore. I get that. But just make sure you're being fair. Like, if you're not seeing her at all, then yeah, definitely have a conversation with her. But if the time that you spent with her is just being cut a little bit, be fair. That's all I'm saying. Just be fair. Just make sure you assess the situation properly, and because now you're gonna come off like the jealous friend. You understand what I'm saying? Just make sure that you're like, it's really, you don't hear from her, you don't, none of that before you address her on this. Okay, next question. Okay, how do you get to the point of giving yourself permission to splurge or luxuriate? I want to treat myself to luxury things and experience, but I be holding back sometimes. Child, I don't know how to, somebody teach me how to not give myself luxury things, because I need to be on a budget. Like, I can't relate. I'll say this. My favorite motto, I can't remember where I first heard it, but it stuck with me, and it's like, ain't no way that God created me to just pay bills and die. Like, I'm just a firm believer of that. I'm just a firm believer of that. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You work hard. Spend that money how you see fit. If you want to go on an expensive trip, go on the expensive trip. You cannot take that money with you when you die, people. I'm not saying don't save. You have to save. You have to be, be mindful of the future. But don't be those people. I was just talking to a friend about this. Immigrants, West Indians, but immigrants in general have this way that we do, where we come to America and we work, 2 jobs, all of that. I've known people who work 2 jobs for like 20 something years. all to build house, do this and whatever, and go back home and retire, and they go back home and retire and they're dead in like 2 to 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be that person. Live your life. Live your life. Go on the expensive trip. Buy the expensive boots if you want, if you can afford it. Buy the expensive boots if you want it. Do what is gonna make you happy. Now, case in point, that last statement, do what's gonna make you happy. Let me just say this. If you have $3,000 of disposable income and you want to buy a Chanel bag, buy the Chanel bag, because you worked for that money and you should spend it as you please. But if taking that $3,000 is going to make you more happy, give you more joy, give you more fulfillment, if you donate it to a cause, if you help pay a little sister, cousin, nephew's tuition bill, if you do something else with that money and that's going to bring you more joy than the Chanel bag, then do that with the money. You don't have to buy the Chanel bag just because the culture says everybody has to have a Chanel bag. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to do that either, because you're going to buy that Chanel bag, it's going to sit in your closet and you're not going to use it, and you just wasted $3,000 for what? Do what makes you happy with your money, and that could be anything. It doesn't have to be luxury things. That we need to kill that idea first and foremost, okay? Spend money in ways that was gonna make you happy. And if it is the luxury things, if it's the expensive trip, it's whatever, do that. But if it's not, you don't have to. You understand? Stop looking at social media and just because everybody got a Birkin and everybody, you think that that means that you have to show this. That's not the case. That's not the case. Spend your money in a way that's gonna make you happy. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that. Next question. Okay, last but not least. Please don't get offended by my question. But do you think you could possibly change your mind about having kids? I'm only asking because I myself am undecided and I'm nervous to say for sure whether I want them or not. Girl, be undecided. Just say that. Say, I don't know. That there's nothing wrong with being undecided. As for me, sure, I could change my mind. I'm a woman. I'm allowed to be contrary. Of course I can. I've changed my mind on the issue of kids quite a few times for someone who's still quite young. When I was a kid, I remember I wanted 5 children. 5, yeah. Because when I was a kid, The Cosby Show and Seventh Heaven were my favorite TV shows, absolute favorite TV shows. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till I get older and I get married. I'm gonna have 5 kids and I'm gonna have a big family just like the Cosbys and on Seventh Heaven. Yeah, that's how I felt when I was a kid. As I got older and I saw everything that goes into raising children, all the time, all the emotional effort, all the finances, all the freedoms that you give up, I was kind of like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't, it's not looking too good. But again, yes, I could change my mind. I could possibly change my mind. I honestly feel like, I've said this to my close friends, I've said it, I'll say it to you guys. I don't know about the babies. I don't know about pregnancy and childbirth. I know there are people who are looking forward to that. Like I have a friend, she's like, oh my God, I can't wait to like feel a baby growing inside of me. And like, I genuinely don't want any parts of that. Like, I don't. I've always said if at some point in my life I feel like I want to mother something or something, that sounds so bad. My iteration of motherhood would probably be adoption. It would probably be like a preteen or a teenager from the foster care system. That's just something I've always, well, not always, that's something I would consider doing if I decide that I want to be a mother. I don't particularly feel like I want to go through pregnancy and childbirth and baby crying and potty training and all that other stuff. Like, I don't, you know, they're cute. Most people, they like the baby stage. I'm the opposite. Like, I like babies in small doses. I like other people's babies, but me having a baby 24/7, it doesn't sound like fun. I don't know. And everybody is like, oh, what is your baby? You'll feel so different. And it's like, is that a risk we want to take though? Is that a risk we really want to take? You know? So yeah, just be undecided. Tell anybody you're dating or whoever asks you, I don't know, maybe I'll have kids, maybe I won't. It's nobody's business anyway, to be honest. So, but it's fine to be undecided. And that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed our first episode of Girl Talk. Let me know below in the comments. Let me know if you want to keep this going. Add questions in the comments if you want to keep this going, and maybe I'll include in the next Girl Talk episode. But for now, I'll see y'all later. Bye.